Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video I am going to be doing a story time. Have I done a story time in this on this channel? Have I think I have. I think I've done a story time. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to drop us a like, drop us a comment in the comment section, and remember to subscribe to this lovely channel. So guys, today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I ended up with Onyocha. How I ended up with a Scottish man, Onyocha. Echekwana mma m gara lụrụ onye Igbo ebe ka anyị. Guys, I'm just joking. Guys. This is just a joke. I'm so happy marrying my husband. Marrying him is the best thing that ever happened to me. Yes. David, if you're watching this video, I love you. So guys, I'm going to be narrating how we became a couple. How we became husband and wife. Yeah, boyfriend and girlfriend. So, how this erotic babe, yeah, met, or how this erotic babe connected with a Scottish. So guys, marrying my husband is just lovely. He is my everything. I call him my tomato juice. He is my edikaiko. David is my strawberry, my pineapple, my raspberry, my smoothie. Ew! My odara mecha. Ew! I call him my yori. Hey, yeah. My yori. With him, everything is wello. Ew. It just they make my heart go yori. So guys, David is my tomato juice. He is, in fact, I don't know. He's everything I wished for. So I love you, David. So, let me fast forward back to Nigeria, my country. Nigeria. Woo! Guys, I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. Nigeria, my country. Nigeria, my country. So, guys, where should I start from? Let me start from when I finished youth service. Yeah? So, when I finished my youth service, okay, I went to Port Harcourt and I got a job. I got a job in the bank. So, I was now working in the bank. That was my first job. No, that was not my first job. Growing up, I used to work in my mom's office. Not like my mom's office, but I used to work in the local government. That was where my mom, guys, I've always been that girl that loves to hustle. Like, I would say that I have a hustling spirit. You know, like, there's a spirit to hustling. Once you have that spirit, guys, you can carry tomato on your head to make money. Like, I mean, legal ways of making money. I hustle. Anything legal, anything official, I'm in for it. So, when I was in secondary school, guys, I was already trying to be an employee. I remember then, my dad used to say, what's wrong with this girl? Why are you? Because then, even now, my mom still works in the local government. My mom like he's a civil servant. She works in the local government. So then growing up, guys, I'll be saying to my mom that I really want to get a job in her, in her office, in the local government, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I was disturbing my mom, disturbing her. My dad would not agree in that kind of stuff. Like, my dad would be like, go to uni first, blah, blah, blah. I didn't say I wasn't going to go to uni. Guys, I'm talking about secondary school. When I was in secondary school, I was already trying to be an employee. Who does that? That was me then. I used to disturb my mom. My mom would be like, stop disturbing me. Hey. That was, in fact, my mom, and each time she sees me, her heart to skip because I'll be like, Mom, you can't go my wrong. Until one day my mom finally, with the help of my dad too, one or two buttons were pressed, Naija now. That was how I got a job, yeah. So that was my first job. So my second job now, when I was in Port Harcourt, yeah, I was now working in the bank, yeah. So from Port Harcourt, I now got transferred to Lagos branch, the Lagos branch of my bank. So that was how I carried my ngongo on my head again. Good. Guys, that was my first time of entering Lagos. But let me just say to you guys, from Aba, okay, from as an Aba babe, yeah, I entered secondary school. I went to a boarding house, a boarding school, and then from secondary school, I went to uni. Yeah. So where did I stop, guys? Remind me. Okay, yeah. So from Aba to, let me remove uni. Okay, so from Aba I went to uni. No. Yeah, let me start from uni. After uni, then youth service. After youth service, I now went to Port Harcourt. So from Port Harcourt to Lagos. So I was now transferred to the Lagos branch in the bank. That was how I carried my ngongo on my head. Guys, that was my first time in Lagos. No, was that my first time? Okay, that was my second time in Lagos. My first time in Lagos was when I was very small. My dad did not used to allow us go on holidays then. So my first time in Lagos, I didn't really move around. So this was my first time in Lagos as an adult. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll call it my first time because when I went to Lagos, I was small. So I was literally, in my uncle's house. Like, I was little, not little, like I was a teenager, so I went on holiday, maybe 1 week holiday. So, but this was my first time in Lagos as an adult. So I worked in the bank. So I worked for how many years? So in Lagos, I was in Lagos for like maybe 4 years, yeah. So at some point, guys, okay, so I was in marketing department in the bank. I enjoyed my role, guys. Like, I enjoyed it. I remember when I was in the bank, I used to wish that I was in operations. For some reason, I used to say, I wish I didn't have a target. I wish I would just sit in the bank, operations. You know how they just sit, customer service, blah, blah, blah. But guys, I'm happy I was in marketing department. When I was, as the years went by, I was like, thank God I'm in marketing, because operations, they'll just sit at a place. But I'm the kind of person, I love to go around. Like, I love to, I love to move around, socialize, mix up, Look at what I'm saying. So guys, I like to move around. So I was happy being in marketing. Although, guys, the targets, yeah, you know what I mean? The targets. But God was always on my side. And he's still always on my side. God is always on my side, guys. Like, I always met my targets. Sometimes it will just look as if I'm not about meeting my target. And then the next time, pum, last minute, somebody will just bring in huge amount of money. Boom, deposit. Alert. Bank alert. Pum. My target will, I'll surpass it. So God is just faithful when it comes to that, because you all know, if you don't meet your target in the bank, you are not doing well. So I was always on track. So guys, at some point I was just tired of the job. Like, I was just like, like it was just stressful. Lagos now. I'll wake up by 4 a.m. Guys, Lagos live. Oh, in fact, that should be a story for another day. Or Lagos. Like, I'll wake up early, mom, be my boss. Hey, You know what they call him, my boss. Boss be moving and you mala the boss. Guys, a moving boss, a mabana boss. So it's a moving boss, and as it's moving, it's be calling, which word should I use now? Ojo eleba, ojo eleba, ojo eleba, ojo eleba, ojo eleba, ojo eleba. It's moving. Ojo eleba, ojo eleba. Pew. You. The first time I came to Lagos, like they were like, Ikeja, 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 Ikeja. Me, I was like, stop now, stop. I was looking at the bus. The bus was still moving. I was like, stop now, let me enter. As I was there looking at the bus took off. Guys, I was like, until somebody now gave me correct, thorough lectures that a moving bus, you have to move with the bus. Only a move, in a move, only a move, in a move. So as the bus is moving, you have to mala the bus and enter into the bus. So guys, I had to learn that one. So early in the morning, 4 o'clock, I would just jump into the bus, go to work. I was not even driving at the time. It was, yeah. So guys, I was not even driving then. You know, like the thing was just so stressful, guys. Like, I remember Lagos life. It was fun, though. Don't get me wrong. It was fun. And guys, another thing I remember, yeah, when I was in the bank, all through my experience in the bank, all through my time in the bank, yeah, all my customers, yeah. So, guys, you just see that God knows our beginning. He knows our end. Like, God knows where we're going to. He already has everything planned. Guys, everything is already planned. Do you know when I was in the bank, like, all my customers, when I mean customers, like, you know, like all the people that I opened accounts for, you know, like in Nigerian bank, I don't know how other countries do it, but you have your customers, you have people that, you know, like, can call you up and be like, help me check my balance, you know, come and pick up a check, deposit into my account, deposit. And anytime you hear deposit, now your ear will stand. Bagam. Guys, then in the bank, I remember how we used to track for accounts. Guys, I have plenty gist for you guys. I remember how we used to track for accounts in the bank. Yeah, like, then they used to call me scavenger because anywhere I hear deposit, sometimes I'll even be in the banking hall. Somebody will be like, domiciliary account. Bing! I'll just watch the person. Hi, yeah. Hello, how are you? Do you want to open a domiciliary account? Maybe somebody was still trying to say hello. As the person's mouth is still trying to say hello, I've already said 3 sentences. And guys, do you know how I met my target? Like, I had this gift. I still have it. You know, like, when I meet somebody, I will just speak to you, smile, you know, I'll ask you about your family, I'll ask you about your kids, I'll just, you know, like, I'll just ask you, even if, you know, it's like sometimes when, the way banking work is, I don't know about now, or was then, like, when I meet someone, even if you want to say something like, maybe you had something else in mind, you know, the way I will speak with you, like, you will just end up opening the accounts, like, people that used to say, guys, I'm just remembering everything. Like, the way I spoke to people, like, before they knew it, they've opened their accounts. So people will even just walk into the bank, maybe to do something else. Before you know it, they'll see themselves transferring money from their other bank to the bank. Like, I had this gift, you know, like, I'll praise you. That was my skill. You know, I'll praise the person. I'll be like, oh, your wife is so pretty. Oh, you've got lovely kids. Oh, I love the way your wife looks. Oh, that's for married people. That's the way I'll be. I'll be like, oh, are you married? How many kids do you have? I'll just know your profile. Immediately I meet you, I'll know your profile in 2 seconds. I'm like, how many kids do you have? Oh, do you have a picture of them? I know it sounds a bit too forward, but that was how I was, guys. The person will be so proud. You know, when you praise people about their family, they are so happy. So I'll be like, do you have their picture? The person will be like, oh, look at the cutie pie. Oh my goodness. Look at the little baby. Oh, I want to have a baby now. You know, that's how I'll be. So then my customers were like, oh no no no. Even their wives, when they finally came with their wives, like sometimes then maybe a wife will see that the account officer is a single girl. It's like, the wife will be looking at you with 3D glasses, like, okay, account officer, single, young. Mm. But then when the wives of those big shots, my big customers, when they meet me, it's like, like they're just so happy. They're like, oh, everybody loved me then. Like it was just their wives would be like, oh, come over for lunch, come over for dinner. Come on. I used to dine with families, guys. So I enjoyed my marketing. I knew a lot of families. I used to wine and dine with families. Like I never thought I would be able to wine and dine with families. Throughout my stay in the bank, all my customers were whites. Let me use white. They were all foreigners. They were white guys, white ladies, expatriates. Those were my customers. Like those were the people I opened the account for. Each time I walked into a company, for some reasons, I ended up opening an account for the expatriates. I ended up, having the expatriates. I'll speak to everybody. Like I'll speak to um I didn't say that. That does not mean I didn't have Nigerian customers, but the majority of my what's it called, portfolio was expatriates. Like white guys. Let me put it that way. So every time in the bank, I'll speak to everybody, but most of them were white guys. So each time my customers come to the bank, my manager will always be like, Chihere, you are white people. You are white people. Why is it that your customers are always white? She used to say it then, guys. She used to say it. She used to say, your customers are always white. You will end up marrying a white man, though. She used to say it then, guys, like every time. Like my colleagues, each time somebody will comment, oh, I'm looking for Chiere. Oh, I'm looking for Chiere. It will be a white person. Yeah? It will be a white person. And my manager then was like, Chiere, you are white people. Your customers are always white people. I mean, you have some Nigerian customers, but most of them are white. Anybody that comes in fact, in the banking hall, once they see a white once they see a white person, whether white man, white woman, a foreigner coming into the bank, they'll just be like, oh, call Chinyere. My manager will already assume that that's my customer, and she'll be right. That was me. That was me. Right from the womb, I've been intertwined with the white. Right from the world school, I've been with the white community. So guys, that's what my manager used to say then. She used to say, why is it that she used to say then, she'll say, you marry a white person, no. You marry a white person. My mind will be like, marry a white person. No. Because in my mind I was in Nigeria. I was like, the people I'm dealing with were like white guys that were married with kids, expatriates, family men, family women, So when my manager was like, you marry a white person, in my mind I was like, I beg you, leave that in. But she said it. My manager said it then. You will marry a white person. And that is my reality now. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So guys, those were my customers then. And then I remember something happened in my Lagos branch, yeah. I used to be in Victoria Island VI branch, yeah. Sanusi Fafuwa. I can never forget. I used to be in Sanusi Fafuwa. And then I got transferred from Sanusi Fafuwa to Ikeja branch. Guys, the day that transfer happened, my eyeballs were on the floor. I cried my eyes out. Guys, I cried for 100 years. I cried for 100 days like I was crying. You know why I was crying? It was a brand new branch. And I don't know who did that to me, but I got transferred, okay, to Ikeja branch to start afresh. Hey! Ew! Way back, You know what they call akpaza? Akpaza ka Chineke mobo. Akpaza ka Chineke mobo. Guys, I cried for help. Like, I was crying. And then, the good thing is that, so when I got transferred, it was a brand new portfolio. I had to start afresh to start building that portfolio. Like, guys, it was so heartbreaking. I remember when I was crying, my manager again, that my manager, in fact, she just got sense. I don't know. She was just speaking to me. She said to me when I was crying, and I was expecting her to say something like, "Oh, don't worry, let me see what I can do about it." She was like, "Stop crying," because the new branch was close to the airport. The new branch, guys, I was transferred to was close to Murtala Mohammed Airport, the international airport. Do you know what my manager was saying? She said, stop crying, Chinyere. You know now you're close to the airport." Guys, each time I remember this thing, it's so funny. She said it. She said, mind you, this is not the same manager that said you will marry a white man. No, this is another manager altogether. So my manager was like, "You're close to the airport, yeah? So don't cry. It's easier for you to travel out. So you won't be in traffic." Because that our branch was like a walkable distance to the airport. And my manager was like, you won't need to stay in traffic. All you need to do is just to walk to the airport and fly out. So you shouldn't be crying. You're close to the airport. So it's easy to fly out. Guys, when she said that thing, I was so angry. My mother was like, is she having a laugh? I'm crying that I've been transferred to this Ikeja branch. And look at what she's saying. So in my mind, I was like, this lady is having a laugh. But she was right. She was correct. I was nearer home to Murtala Mohammed Airport for exits. Guys, God is faithful, in fact. God knows it all. So when she said that thing, I was just like, oh, I was still crying. But she was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll build up the account, your portfolio, blah, blah, blah. So God willing, I spoke to some of my, previous customers. What they now did is, in order to build up the portfolio, some of them, opened a brand new account in the new branch, just put in deposits. So, so now I'm now in Ikeja, okay? So after doing this job for a while, guys, I was exhausted. Like, like when you're just doing business as usual, doing the same thing over and over again. It was like, meet your targets, start up afresh, meet targets. I was now thinking, because I used to hear people, guys, bear it in mind. Okay, I've never entered, what's it called? I've never traveled before. Like, I've never traveled abroad before. So when people used to say all those things, in my mind I was like, what are they saying? And I didn't have at that time. It's not like I even had money. It's not like I was rich with so much money. So I was not thinking in my head. I was like, it's going to be a good idea if I go and study abroad. Okay, and the thing did in my head, bagam bagam. I was like, yeah, I can do it. But then in my head again, I was like, school fees, like thousands of pounds. Do I even have it? So guys, that was how I applied to study abroad, study in the UK, and I got my visa. I was so happy, guys, that I got my visa. I was like, yeah, I was happy. I've never traveled before, like abroad. I've never traveled abroad before. I was so happy. So I told my colleagues that I'll be going to study abroad, that I'll be resigning. Guys, the day I resigned, I was so happy. Not thinking about. In fact, even after resigning, because then the way my banking job was, sometimes I used to dream about it. I used to sleep and wake up and dream that maybe somebody brought in 10 million naira. Somebody, guys, it was just. Sometimes I'll sleep and wake up. It would be that in the dream, maybe somebody deposited 50 million naira or 100 million naira. I used to have weird dreams there. So even when I resigned from the job, I was still thinking about the job. I was still having dreams about bank deposits. That was how That was how I was with my job. I love my job. I was still having dreams. I wake up, somebody will deposit 60 million, and then by the time I wake up, guys, I'll be so sad because in the dream somebody deposited 60 million into their account, but then when I wake up it's not true. Guys, so that was how I entered UK. That's my first time in the UK. That'll be a different story. I'll make a video about my first time in the UK, okay, and my embarrassments, the embarrassing moments I had. So guys, that was how I came here to study. I came over to study, and I was so happy coming here to study. And during my master's program, I was doing a master's program. During my master's program, I met David, the love of my life. So I met David, guys, and yeah. So I met David, and we got married. I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend. We had our dating, and then we got married. We had Alicia, Jasmine, and Naomi. And guys, so when I flash back now, yeah, so I came over to do my master's, met David, and we got married. So flashing back now to all the people that were saying, you'll marry a white man. That was true. Yeah. And my manager then that said I was close to the airport, it came to pass. It came to pass that I had to move from that branch to the airport and fly into the UK. Guys, in fact, the more I think about it now, I'm like, God knew it all. Like, he knew everything. Everything works together for good for those that love God. So everything worked together for my good. And here we are. So that was how I met David, and we lived happily ever after. So guys, I'm so happy I made, and to think that at the time, you know, when I got my admission, yeah, I paid some of my school fees to come and study in the UK. Do you know I almost cancelled it? Guys, whenever you want to do something, just listen to your own mind. Like, don't allow what people say discourage you. I cancelled it because then people were like, go to UK to do masters. That's a waste of money. People just go there just to have fun and come back. If you come back, it won't change anything about your position. You'll still be in the same position in the bank. Because even when I came over to study, so I went on study leave. So I didn't, yeah, guys, now I remember. It's not like I resigned properly. Yeah, I'm just remembering now. So you go on study leave. So you stop work saying that you're going to study. So in my head, when I come back, I'll come back, you know, like to the job. So you don't resign properly just in case, you know, like you come back if you don't see a job, so that your job is still there for you. So I went on study leave. So it was like a study leave. Now I remember, yeah. I didn't resign. Yeah, I didn't resign because I remember even my reference for my school came from my work. Yeah. So, but when I met David, when I met my yori, when I met my aquanwa, my tomato, my all in one package, going back was not even in my head. I was like, I beg. So guys, I met my yori. So to think that I was going to cancel. So when people were saying going to the UK to study, it's just a waste of time and money. Do you know I was now calling the school and say, please refund me my money. I'm no longer coming. Imagine if I did that, guys. Imagine if I did that. I won't have Alicia. I won't have Naomi. I won't have Jasmine. I won't have my lovely husband. So don't listen to what people say, because I almost listened to what people were saying then. I called the school for a refund. They were like, that's not a problem. They will process the refund. But then I asked the school to hold on. That I wanted to find out from, because by then, guys, I've even gotten my visa. Can you imagine? Just as if the villagers were hitting drums at that point. They were now hitting drums. She wants to travel. Won't allow her. The villagers were hitting drums. And I used the blood of Jesus to destroy the drums. Do you know, I can't believe I even did that. To think that I called the school were like, okay, we'll refund you your money. So I now, because I've gotten my visa, I have a customer in the bank. Then he's a lawyer. So I now asked him that, please, okay, I have a customer, he's a lawyer. Then I asked him what are the consequences of, canceling my visa. Then I remember he directed me to one other lady that deals with, like immigration. She's an immigration lawyer. And the lady was like, oh, it won't tell good on you, because the UK have given you a study visa. If you cancel it, maybe next time when you apply, they might not give you. She's the one that discouraged me, guys. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that immigration lawyer that gave me that advice. She said, no, it might affect my, like my travel history. They might not issue me visa again if I come back for visa. Imagine I was trying to cancel my coming here to study. Hey. So guys, just because of what people were saying, oh, it's a waste of time and money. It's not a waste of time. If you have the opportunity to travel, you can travel, It's not a waste of time and money. You never know, what God has in plan for you. Just be open. So, because the immigration lawyer said that, I was like, I'm not about to destroy my travel history. I just said in my mind, whatever. We move. We move. So guys, that was how I became wife and husband. David is my husband, I'm his wife. That was how, we got together. So coming to the UK to study, I met my husband, and now I have a lovely family. So guys, that's my story. And in fact, I have more gist for you guys. So that this video is not too long, I'll give you guys more gist about my first time in the UK and embarrassing moments. Embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. Hey. For somebody that have not traveled before, it was embarrassing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a like, drop me a comment in the comment section, and remember to subscribe to this lovely channel. Love you guys. Thank you all for all your support. Bye.